Hello there, I'm Williams Mickey Vitrano, allegedly, but you might have seen me somewhere, whether it be good place, bad place, controversial place, bad place, you know the place. But that's besides the point. Enough talking about me. The whole reason why you're here is because you're definitely a bit confused after watching the latest video on my second channel, YouTube Poop Yakuza the Movie. So this video is going to basically explain the entire reason why I even made that video in the first place, and basically help give you guys a better understanding of, you know, who I've been over the last 5 years. So if it weren't obvious, the whole reason why I even started the second channel, originally known as Boogadooga, was because I wanted to get into shitpost content. But of course, this was back when I still wasn't aware of the idea of using a computer for more than once a week. As you can tell by a lot of the really old videos on this channel, you can see me trying to do stuff. Around 2020 was when I began reaching closer and closer to 100 videos on this channel. Of course, there's more videos on this channel than there are on my main channel, but still not as many as there are on my original channel. And while most other YouTubers nowadays, I feel, would just post whatever for their 100th video, I feel like I definitely needed to do something special for what is basically such a minor milestone. But I mean, hey, I'm a guy who celebrated getting 100,000 views on YouTube, so what else can you do by that point? Beyond YouTube, I had also been sharing some of the memes I was making on my Twitter page, which my original page got banned in 2018 because, you know, I've been using this, because, you know, I've been on that website since I was 9. That's a fate worse than death. Please don't be like me, guys. I won't like it. But basically, you get the basic gist. It wasn't really going anywhere. I believe I only had like barely 20 followers on the new account. But occasionally, I'd pop in and make a couple of shit posts. If you've seen the movie by now, then I'll let you know that the earliest of the parts is part 7, the Sprinkles video, which I made back in September 2019. So that should tell you how long this project's been in the works, in case that wasn't completely obvious by now. But the more important reason is definitely, why did I even conceive such a project? Well, it begins all the way back near the beginning of the pandemic when I was making crappier videos, mainly Bitch Slap the Dougie. You can see that on my Twitter right now. It'll be uploaded to YouTube later on. It's scheduled. Now, again, I'm recording this before the movie's out, so I have no idea what the reception's like. But back on topic, around the beginning of the pandemic, there was a new meme trend I was seeing on Twitter known as 21st century humor. Because I'm white, I am not allowed to refer to it by its legal name.
This nigga really think this nigga
You take some chocolate and some lobster and some
water, almonds, lemons.
I was really into these videos because I feel like it was definitely the closest I'd ever felt to seeing other people understanding my weird sense of humor. It was like seeing other people have the same brainwaves as me. So I figured, why don't I make a video like that? And so the first video I made was the second part in, I believe, May of 2020. It was the video that starts with the Hannibal and Rapunzel play Jailbreak. I think that was the title of the original tweet. Eventually, over time, I began trying to conceive what was my 100 video special gonna be. Now, I wasn't making these on the double. I only started doing that once the project began. But I guess you can tell after a while I was interested in making more videos like this, especially after I made Bitch Slap the Dougie 2. That one's also not on YouTube yet, but it's going to be soon. I've scheduled them all, and I'm making Bitch Slap the Dougie 3 because that was my promise. That was the first video I was gonna make after I finished the movie. It was definitely around October or November of 2020. I was kind of going through some family shit during that time, but I mean, you guys don't need to know. But I've been told time and time again that nobody cares about my life story, because I guess because everyone hates me. In the future, there's going to be another video on my main channel where you guys will finally learn why everyone's been told to fear the name Flyless Kyle. But that video is not this one, so you're going to have to wait until sometime next year for that. I feel like one of the things that kind of carried over from my worst YouTuber's day was trying to make stuff that was provocative but still made me happy. I guess for provocative stuff, that's kind of what I was relying on my shitposts for. It's not like the show, it's not like my toy videos, it's not like the show. I can do whatever I want of them. And I guess somewhere along the way, that's where I got the idea to even start the movie. But more specifically, the idea of making a really long 21st century humor video. And that's kind of what I accomplished. The full video is about 40 minutes long. You guys probably haven't seen it, because again, I'm recording this video before the movie's out. So I began the thread with the actual first part on November 23rd of 2020. Obviously, it didn't get any traction, and then I began retroactively applying in terms for other parts, trying to finish the video out as fast as I could, with the intention of trying to upload it on New Year's Eve. And I finally did that for this year. But definitely you can tell, like, even early on when you're scrolling through the thread, that you kind of don't really... that I'm kind of just desperate to try and just get this all done as quick as possible. Like, definitely there were moments where I was hoping to try and get multiple parts out a week. And I did accomplish that. The most I ever got out in, like, within a week was, I believe, like, 3, and that's excluding videos I had already made and retroactively applied labels to. The original idea was that I was giving myself 2 possible options for how long I wanted the video to be. It was either going to be in 16 parts or 30 parts, so I put it to a poll to decide on Twitter to decide how long people wanted the movie to be. The options, of course, being either 16 parts long or 30 parts long, and only one person voted, and it was my friend Lex. I don't know what compelled me, but I decided to go for the challenge and make it 30 parts long. Little did I know how painful it was going to be, because I was basically making these videos long after the 21st century humor meme was no longer a trend at that point. Like, by the time the movie was finally finished, of course, it had been years since this entire trend even happened. It's mostly been scrubbed from people's minds. I believe it was about 8. I believe the first 8 parts all came out in 2020, and then part 9 was the first part released in January of 2021, and then I got up to part 23, and that was the last part I uploaded for that year, and then I was pretty much getting, you know, really close. Hey, part 24, part 25. Hey, if I'm almost done, we can definitely get the movie out by the end of 2022, right? Right? Yeah, of course that was gonna happen. You've seen my apology video. You know my computer was turning to dust during that time, so there was obviously no way I was gonna be able to stitch all the videos together during that time. And then finally I had to stop the thread in June of 2022 when I uploaded part 25, which meant I only had 5 other parts left to do. Suddenly, my Twitter account got locked as a consequence. I did edit the video slightly to try and bypass any potential triggers YouTube might have had, but as you can see, but as you can see, you can figure out this is basically when I, like, stopped hiding behind masks. I, like, kind of having, like, a reality check almost, as some idiots would call it. Hey, it's my 7,000th tweet. Wow. But anyways, I've tried recording this audio before. Twitter's not saying that. So to keep things simple, if you see the 2 tweets that I made that violate the Twitter rules, all I need to know is that if you know that thread I run YouTube abuse because of the movie, you'd know there's supposed to be 30 parts, but actually you wouldn't know that. I uploaded the recent part 25, and instantly Twitter takes it down for copyright. However, they did not specify what was wrong with it in question. And unfortunately, no matter what I've done, I've had to deal with getting locked out of my account twice now. So I'm scared of getting in trouble, and I'm going to avoid uploading any kind of media relating to copyrighted materials, because I'm scared of losing this account. So don't expect me to upload anything besides funny tweets that I write and not, make images out of, until I'm okay with this. And I'm sorry, but I might have to make the remaining 5 parts of the movie exclusive to YouTube because I'm scared of this happening again. Bye-bye. Now we're gonna answer the next question. Why Adam Conover? What was the whole deal? I want to make it clear right now that I do not hate Adam Conover. I love Adam Ruins Everything. I watched the entire show back when it was still new, around season 3. I was a big fan of it. And part 16, that was made back in October 2019. I was just I saw that after seeing I think it was a Woot YT PMV of the same Sonic CD track. It was like me trying to recreate it, almost. So, like, and then eventually in March 2020, I made Part 8, which was set to Wacky Workbench. And again, none of these videos were ever meant to be spiteful or anything. I needed to make that abundantly clear with both disclaimers at the beginning and end of the video, that Yakuza the Movie is not a video that's meant to offend people. It's not a way of insulting people. It is not meant to piss people off. It's not meant for people to, I guess, laugh at, not to cry at. It's just a video for me and me only to look at, and we're gonna get to that in a second, but back onto Adam. I don't really know what compelled me to just keep going on with this Adam Conover villain arc. This guy doesn't know who I am. Why am I even doing this? And I guess you can figure out that by the time I had finished part 25, I desperately needed to figure out how to end this thing. And of course, parts 26 through 30, those did not get completed until this year. Last month, actually, because again, since November, I've been churning videos out like butter to try and get content out. You can basically figure out the low efforts of parts 26 through 29 that I'm basically just fucking done with this project. It was like, originally I was like gonna find someone I could have commissioned to, like, you know, make like a grand anime action fight scene, but then I like had like another fucking realization, like, no, that's stupid. Not for I'm not gonna ask somebody to fucking draw fucking Kiryu from the actual Yakuza video games beating up fucking Adam Conover for the sake of a YouTube poop. Like, it's transformative content, yeah, but no, I don't want to be associated with that. So I did the best I could to try and just salvage the project. Because, be honest, if this was your movie, you definitely wouldn't know how to end it either. You would have probably done the same. But as for Best of Soft Rock, no, that was always going to be how the movie was going to end. It was always going to end with the ending to the Best of Soft Rock. That was always planned, like, from back then. There's gonna be an issue of Flowers Kyle in the future where I talk about the Time Life infomercials, but like I'm telling you guys, those videos, you know, they definitely did scramble my brains. But you're gonna get to learn more about that in the future. The best way I can describe what it is that you all ended up watching is that you basically watched a time capsule, or again, a multi-year-long evolution of my sense of humor. At any point in the movie, I can pause it and explain the context perfectly. Make sure I record a commentary track for the movie in the future. That'll be a fun video. I'll probably get my friends to watch it with me. Well, maybe that'll be my plan if we can get them along for New Year's, because again, the movie's not out yet when I'm recording this. Again, like, at any point in the movie, I can explain everything. Part 4, that was when I began working on the... That's when I restarted work on the actual show. I was originally going to have issue 1 be about sitting ducks, because that was like my hyperfixation. During that time, this really obscure Cubo show I used to watch called Sitting Ducks. That's why that got remixed a lot throughout the movie. It was also in my shitpost Jethro. That's also coming soon. The random Sprinkles death tribute, that was in reference to an angry video game nerd liberal meme about shit pickle. But I made that around the time of like the Blue's Clues reboot coming out, and that was basically... And we like had zero confirmation of whether or not the Blues Rooms characters were going to be showing up, because that was an inside joke between me and my friend Lex during middle school. Just talking about Blues Room, like we sometimes like watch them over Snapchat. No, it was House Party. So like, there's plenty of stuff. The actual Yakuza stuff, it's kind of like a good way. Like all the individual titles for the actual parts on Twitter, they're all non sequiturs. So of course, calling it Yakuza the Movie Part 1, that was just a non sequitur, and then eventually it became the title for the complete video. It's like, no, if you guys really clicked on that thinking it was like a feature-length YouTube poop of the Yakuza video games, I'm really sorry if you got clickbaited by that. You really should have read the description before you tuned into the premiere then. Even if it doesn't even matter if you're watching this after the premiere, because it's coming out after the premiere. But again, it's not a YouTube poop of the actual Yakuza video games or Like a Dragon. It's just a multi-source YouTube poop that took about 5 years to complete. And you can really tell how long it took with how, like, there's so many outdated meme references in it. I did make sure, there's definitely a couple jokes in there I regretted. I cut some stuff out from the Twitter versions. That's why you get jump scared by my friend Billy D. At near the end of part 10. That wasn't in the Twitter version. I just changed that because I wasn't happy with the original joke anymore. And I felt, hey, Billy jump scare, that works a lot better, right? There's definitely, you can tell like, there's a lot of gaps where like the project took so long to finish, I ended up forgetting my work print. I forgot the blueprints like halfway through production. But I mean, I'm happy to laugh about this project, the fact that I even made this. It's definitely an accomplishment in my career as a YouTuber. Not one I'm happy with, but I mean, hey, it's technically my second ever completed attempt at a movie, around the same length as my first attempt. And no, you're probably not gonna log this on Letterboxd. You really shouldn't want to log this on your Letterboxd. You really shouldn't. There's there's a lot of individuals I probably did piss off. Well, some I have pissed off in the past, but you know, I want to apologize to them. I definitely do feel like that's definitely not happening after they watch the movie. But I mean, I don't mind. I do wish people would like only hate on me for a good reason. I mean, like, hey, if you guys want to hate on me because I made Yakuza the movie, go ahead. I've been like a controversial figure since I was 12, guys. You can like hate on me as much as you want, but like if you guys ever expect me to try this type of video again, I am not making another video like this. It was always going to be one and done. Nobody should ever attempt to replicate this. Like, if you think it's fun doing multi-source YouTube hoops, go ahead, try that out. Like, you can do that if you want. Just don't ever try to copy what I did. I did make sure I credited every single source I used in the video. There's only like at least like 5 sources I completely missed out, and that's because I either couldn't locate them, or any attempts to retrace my steps to find them only led me to dead links or deleted or private YouTube videos. And so again, if you guys are able to locate any of the sources I missed, which it's only a couple, like a really small handful of missed sources, please, dear God, make sure to link them in the comments, because I'll gladly like heart them and like pin them if I can, and I can probably start like a Google Doc spreadsheet that has all the links to all the sources I use. There's definitely more stuff I could explain, but I'm probably gonna save that for a commentary track I'm gonna record with my friends, but only if they're interested in doing that. So if they're not, then you're probably not gonna see that. But I think that's gonna do it. That for this making of documentary, well, not really, just me apologizing for making this movie, even though it's not actually a movie. But I mean, hey, hopefully you either liked or disliked the movie, which again, I don't know how the reception's going down. But please just go watch one of my better videos on the main channel, or even one of my other edits. There's plenty of more videos that'll be coming out soon on the second channel. I've got like a whole lineup scheduled for the first half of the year, mostly legacy content. But I hope you guys got what you came for out of this making of video, and I'll see you in the next one.